Hi, I'm Tim, welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I'd really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you could see it and you could purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. Today, we are discussing the 2014 H Moser Cie Endeavour Perpetual Black Edition, a stunning black DLC 40.8mm titanium case with an exotic complication conceived by Andreas Streller that has earned GPHG accolades. Back in 2006 when this model debuted, it was quite simply the finest and most intuitive perpetual calendar available on the market. Still a stunner in the year 2019, the watch wears easily on my 16cm circumference wrist, as the 40.8mm case features an extraordinary amount of caseback cambering, as well, and you can see from this angle, as very short and tightly cropped lugs that span a very reasonable 48.7mm across the wrist. The watch, all told, only 11.5mm thick with a 20mm spacing between the horns. Because of its light titanium case, short lug-to-lug span, the curvature of the caseback, which you'll see, and the curvature of the lugs, I can recommend this watch for a wrist as small as 13.5cm circumference and maybe even 13. It's a viable unisex complication. Now here you can really see the curvature of the caseback, not just the lugs, which are short cropped and an ergonomic dream, but there is a curvature to the caseback sapphire. Now the strap is a large-scale, matte finish, almost nubuck textured alligator leather strap in black with a sheer edge showing the layers of construction and a monotone stitch you can see on the underside. This is a new factory strap from Moser. No gouging, no crimping. There is a matching titanium Moser pin buckle, which you can see is engraved with the Moser logo. Simple combination of polished bevels and satin flanks. The watch itself also features a surprising amount of contrast, and I'm going to remove my fingerprints here, but the case is neither entirely of satin nor entirely of polish. You see all black, but there is contrast even within the realm of black on black. You can see there is polish within the concave profiles of the lugs, and these concave profiles originally launched on the pioneering Moser revival pieces after 2005. Remember, it's an ancient brand that was refounded in 2005. Today, these hollows are a signature found on virtually every standard watch made in the Venturer and Endeavour series. A vertical satin finish on the flank, turn it all over, and you can see that there's a simple Moser branded crown, and the watch is almost like a piece of molten metal that was drawn out while still hot and flash frozen. You can see how the bezel features a concave profile, but its thickness also waxes and wanes as you move around the watch. Truly, the word is fluid. Now, the dial is simple. Matte black with applied rose gold indices, rose gold hands, and of course a rose gold chapter ring for the small seconds. Now let's discuss the architecture of what we're seeing right here. First things first, you have a date which jumps instantaneously at midnight. You have an index which points to any one of the 12 hours, 12 months, 12 hours. That's how the perpetual calendar system works. So you can see the index is pointing at 7, so 7, of course, July, and we move over, we see this is July 1st. Now the great thing about the Moser perpetual calendar system as devised by Streller is that it is bidirectional. So watch the index jump from June 30th to July 1st, bidirectional. If you set it too far, just turn it back. Only a handful of perpetual calendars can be set in both directions, which means this watch is also year 2100 compatible. Stop seconds or hacking functionality, and when you wind the watch, you can see the power reserve scoots over at 9 o'clock. This is important because the watch has a generous power reserve rated at 7 days. That's the chronometric power reserve of the Moser caliber HMC 341. It will in fact run for about 9 days all told. So German-Swiss watchmaking, under-promising and over-delivering. You can really see that they went all out here, as the black edition features a blackened set of brass bridges. Now you can see how curved that caseback sapphire really is here, but look at the distinctive finishing traits of Moser. You have satin finish as well as black polish, satin on the levers, black polish on the screw heads, and then a double crested Cote de Genève across the bridges. That's signature of the brand. Note that there is satin on the crown wheel, an extravagant swan's neck style click and click spring derived from the pocket watch era. You can see that the leap year phase indicator is on the caseback, so if you're wondering how this perpetual calendar functions without a leap year interface. It's hidden on the back. Twin mainspring barrels with screw-fixed golden chaton holding the jewels in place. This is another pocket watch nod, and though the bridges are not, strictly speaking, three-quarter in architecture, they have the form of a three-quarter bridge designed to evoke 19th century Moser pocket watches. Beaten away at 18,000 vibrations per hour, you have a full balance bridge with a free-sprung index to take 6-position chronometer busting adjustment. Remember, most chronometers are 5-position adjustment. Here, the 28 jewel movement is adjusted in 6 positions. You can also see that the escapement is made of solid 14-karat gold to remove parasitic drag caused by use of lesser and less expensive metals. You'll also appreciate that the entire balance and escapement architecture lifts out as a unit, so it can be serviced as a unit with a new, fully serviced and adjusted assembly put into place when the watch goes back to Schaffhausen for adjustment and cleaning. It speeds the process. It's brilliant engineering, and every brand should adopt something like this. Is it perfect? Well, it's only 30 meters water resistant. In every other regard, yeah, you better believe this is darn close to perfect high horology from a company that only makes 1,500 watches a year, the other manufacturer of Schaffhausen. See it on the watch box.